Howdy everybody. Here is a Westinghouse Darth Vader cabbage rose pedestal. And yeah, you can see what somebody did to it. They must have wanted it for a room with a floral theme. And you know, not much big on cabbage rose fans, but I will say someone did a bang up job of painting those blades. I mean, those are nicely painted flowers. That's none of that dime store stuff you get. Somebody spent hours painting those on. So I haven't stripped all that paint off of there yet. But anyway, so when I got it off of eBay, and it got here and the pole was bent. A dear friend helped me bend it back, and now it's as it should be. I thought I would make this video because this is the first Westinghouse Power-Aire Vader pedestal I've had in the collection here, and the only one. And I've always liked the style, but I've never felt like buying one until now. Anyway, I think, so this one got here, the pole was bent, it didn't oscillate, and we found out that it was missing the entire gear and pivot shaft in the mechanism. The arm was there, but it was bent, but there was no gear and pivot shaft in the gearbox. So we replaced it with one and replaced the oscillator screw. So it oscillates now. And you know, I would have sworn that this thing would have run with the blades off balance based on this paint, but it runs in perfect balance, which is kind of amazing. So anyway, the cage is pretty okay. It has a little bit of a flat spot here. There's a little bit of a broken weld. There's a broken spot weld here, which I'll have to take care of, which causes the cage to buzz a little bit. But one thing that I noticed when I was running this fan, a few things that I noticed. One, there's a lot of vibration, not from the blades being off balance. The motor seems to vibrate. It transmits it down the pole. I know there's a speed coil in the bottom. I don't know if there's a capacitor in the bottom or a transformer. I feel like I've read different things. And so there's a lot of vibration that goes from the motor all the way down the pole. And this pole being a two-piece where this slides in and out of this, it feels like there's a lot of vibration that becomes audible, and I have to hold the pole in order to get it to be a little bit more silent. This aluminum shell is screwed to the back here, but on occasion it vibrates. The switch does click through 3 positions this way, and clicking back it seems to skip number 2, so I don't know what that's about. I may have to take it back out again and clean it. I looked in there but didn't really do much. I have noticed the two other things I noticed about this is that the motor runs so hot, stinky hot, as in when this is on and blowing at you, you're smelling that motor, which isn't exactly what you want when you're looking to get cooled off by a fan. So I don't know if there's anything to do about that. I'll have to check to see if the capacitor down there is good, and if not, replace it. And I definitely need to take the grease out of the gearbox and oscillator gearbox and do that, service it basically, replace all the old oil. But I'm hopeful that something can be done to make it run a little bit on the cooler side, because you definitely don't want to smell that when you're looking to get cooled off by a fan blowing around the room, because it tends to smell up the room a little bit. So there's that. The other thing I noticed, and I don't know if anybody knows, but There doesn't seem to be much of a difference between low and medium, and there's an audible difference between low and high, but there really isn't much of a speed difference on the fan. So I don't know if other people's have a big difference, but I would love for people to chime in and let me know. So this is low. Like I said, it runs pretty, I mean, it's good. It runs pretty balanced. Now that's low. You can probably hear the whine from the motor and whatever's in the bass. And then here's medium. See, that's medium, but there's almost no difference. It almost sounds like it's running a little slower than low. Who knows? The wiring may be wrong down there. Anyway, here's high. So you can probably hear a difference. There's definitely a difference. See, if I hold this, it quiets down if I hold that. So I have to re-spot weld that. Anyway, so that's high. It doesn't really seem that high to me. So I don't know if other people's runs faster. Maybe I need to look at the wiring diagram, a wiring diagram, to see what the wiring situation is down there. But yeah, I mean, it's putting out a lot of air, but it really doesn't sound or feel like it's running that fast for quote unquote high. This feels like medium, maybe. Got that working. So it does what it's supposed to do. Yeah. Somebody, you can see, put, you know, new power cord going down into the base there. And I'm gonna have to redo the head wire on this. So I'll be looking at the wiring. Anyway, yeah, so that's where we're at on this, and looks pretty good, but would like to address that stinky hot motor and any of the vibration that I feel. Actually, there's not much coming from the pole right now. It's kind of funny, but yeah, and it's been down. There's the Westy Darth Vader Cabbage Rose Pedestal, bound for my girl's bedroom. Thanks.